Ladies and gentlemen, exciting update for NIO shareholders. Non-NIO vehicles will soon use NIO battery swap stations, driving significant royalties and growth. So guys, we've just received some of the most exciting news that NIO shareholders could hope for. Massive royalties are imminent, and they are arriving sooner than anticipated. This all revolves around the Battery Swap Alliance and, more specifically, the introduction of the first non-NIO car to the alliance. Yes, you heard that right. A non-NIO car, built by a different automaker, will soon be able to utilize NIO battery swap stations, and this is happening much sooner than anyone expected. Let's take a moment to clarify the significance of this. Back in November 2023, NIO signed agreements with two major automakers, Changan and Geely, both of which pledged to manufacture vehicles capable of using NIO battery swap infrastructure. These two companies also committed to co-developing and building additional battery swap stations. This marked the beginning of something revolutionary. Then, in January, we saw more players join the alliance, this time JSC and Chery, two other prominent automakers. Alongside these carmakers, several energy companies also jumped on board, promising to expand the network of swap stations for purposes that go beyond just electric vehicle EV convenience. They aim to stabilize energy grids as well. Fast forward to February, and the China Southern Power Grid became the latest energy giant to sign on. Their goal? To install even more swap stations across their grid, ensuring better grid management and enhanced energy distribution. In April, the alliance welcomed a massive global player, Lotus, an iconic international brand. With Lotus on board, NIO's battery swap technology started to gain global attention. The plan? To roll out Lotus vehicles that are fully compatible with NIO battery swap stations. Just 1 month later, in May, GSC also joined the ranks of the alliance, marking another major milestone for the partnership. Now, here's where things get even more interesting. There are rumors circulating that Xiaomi, the tech giant, is also preparing to join the battery swap alliance. Xiaomi has expressed interest in standardizing infotainment systems for EVs, a field they excel in thanks to their expansive range of tech products. But what really makes this noteworthy is that Xiaomi CEO has already held talks with NIO CEO about this very topic. NIO, in return, is keen for Xiaomi to enter the battery swap game, offering to supply battery packs and a skateboard design to make this integration seamless. And here's where shareholders should take note. Massive royalties are in store for NIO. Every non-NIO vehicle that participates in the battery swap program will have to purchase the battery pack from NIO, marking the first major revenue stream. On top of that, these companies will also need to adhere to NIO designs, further contributing to royalties. According to NIO CEO, the extra cost for manufacturers to integrate battery swapping technology into their vehicles is relatively minor, around $1,500 per car. This cost is nominal when considering the long-term benefits and convenience that battery swapping offers to customers. Moreover, every time one of these non-NIO vehicles uses a NIO battery swap station, NIO will be earning revenue. This is a monumental development for the company, as it opens the door to recurring income, rather than just one-off vehicle sales. According to NIO Power Head, Dr. Shen Fai, that while the process of designing, testing, certifying, and manufacturing these new vehicles is complex and time-consuming, it's already well underway. In fact, it's happening faster than anyone could have predicted. So, which brand will be the first to launch a battery swap-enabled car? All signs point to Changan. With nearly a year having passed since their initial agreement in November 2023, Changan has had ample time to prepare for the rollout of these new vehicles. It won't be long before we see them on the roads, benefiting from NIO's extensive battery swap network. The implications: battery swap technology is about to become even more ubiquitous, and NIO will reap the rewards through a surge in royalties. According to Alan, the former head of NIO marketing, he spoke with Dr. Shen, who reiterated that his top priority is to expedite the rollout of non-NIO cars that can use battery swap technology. Dr. Shen and his team are laser-focused on making this happen, and they're succeeding. What does this mean for NIO? A significant win for the company and, more importantly, for shareholders. In the coming months and years, as more automakers adopt battery swap technology, the landscape of EVs is going to change dramatically. Consumers will soon have a choice between purchasing an EV that supports battery swapping or sticking with a conventional EV. The allure of battery swapping faster refueling, more convenience, and extended range options is going to make it an increasingly popular option. With more car models from other brands entering the market with battery swap capabilities, the demand for NIO technology is only going to grow, driving more revenue and profitability for the company. This also leads to a broader validation of battery swapping as the future of EV technology. More swap stations will be built, and NIO will continue to collect royalties, all while expanding its infrastructure. In fact, NIO already has the most extensive network of swap stations and charging infrastructure in China, far surpassing Tesla in terms of total stations. NIO infrastructure, when combining both charging and swapping stations, is nearly 3 times the size of Tesla in the region. That's a testament to just how far ahead NIO is in this game. The beauty of all of this for NIO is that it's not just about selling more cars. It's about leveraging their technology and infrastructure to generate steady, recurring revenue from other automakers. As more and more companies join the Battery Swap Alliance and begin producing vehicles that utilize NIO swap stations, NIO income streams will diversify and strengthen. This shift could prove far more lucrative in the long term than simply relying on car sales alone. Now, there's bound to be some concern from NIO owners about the potential for longer lines at swap stations as non-NIO vehicles start using the same infrastructure. While that's a legitimate concern, NIO owners shouldn't worry too much. The increased demand for battery swaps will only incentivize NIO and its partners to build even more swap stations, making the process even more convenient in the long run. The future is bright for battery swapping, and NIO is leading the charge. This news couldn't come at a better time. The first non-NIO car capable of using NIO battery swap technology is expected to hit the road soon, much sooner than anyone anticipated. With massive royalties on the horizon and more companies joining the Battery Swap Alliance, NIO is positioned to become a dominant player not just in the EV market, but in the broader energy infrastructure space as well. This is just the beginning, and it's going to be an exciting ride for shareholders as NIO continues to expand its reach and influence. Thank you for joining us today. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more stock predictions and market insights. Remember to turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Happy investing, and see you in the next